The moment you walk into a room, someone is already reading you. Your body, your voice, your silence, your hesitation. You think you're safe because you didn't say much. Wrong. You already said everything. Machiavelli knew the truth. Power doesn't begin with control. It begins with observation. The one who sees through others wins. The one who gets seen first loses. You think reading people is a soft skill. Think again. It's a weapon. And most people are unarmed. You trust smiles. You believe tone. You think kindness means safety. But in Machiavelli's world, every smile is currency. Every silence is a trap. And every "I'm fine" is a mask built to survive. This is not about empathy. This is about psychological dominance. You are surrounded by performers. Some crave approval. Some fear exposure. Some just want control. And the worst part, they don't even know it. But you're here to change that. Because once you learn how to read them, not just their words, but their patterns, their reactions, their shadows, you own the game. This is not a list of tricks. This is a new set of eyes. 18 psychological tactics. Each one built to expose the animal behind the mask. You will not ask. You will provoke. You will not guess. You will extract. You will not wait. You will read. And then you will steer. Because in a world full of liars, the most dangerous person is the one who sees clearly. So now I ask you, before we begin, are you the one who reads? Or the one who's been read all along? Tactic 1. Watch the invisible. You want to know who they really are. Don't watch how they treat you. Watch how they treat the one who means nothing to them. The waiter, the cleaner, the intern. People perform for power, but they relax around weakness. That's when the mask drops. Machiavelli didn't judge people by charm. He judged them by their contempt. Because the day you lose value in their eyes, that's exactly how they'll treat you. So if they're kind to the powerful, but cruel to the powerless, don't trust the smile. Trust the pattern. Tactic 2. Use silence as a weapon. Most people talk to hide. From you. From themselves. That's why silence is power. Say less than them. Wait longer than them. Let your silence stretch. Uncomfortable. Unforgiving. Soon, they'll start filling the space. They'll overshare. They'll try to impress. They'll say things they never planned to reveal. Why? Because silence créat pressure. And under pressure, the truth always slips. Don't just listen. Wait. And let them bleed words. Tactic 3. Offer nothing. Give them nothing. No smile. No approval. No warmth. Just your presence. Still. Unreadable. Untouchable. Because when you offer nothing, they show everything. Do they grow cold? They only wanted your benefits. Do they try harder? They crave validation. Do they stay neutral? They have control, which makes them dangerous. Machiavelli believed this. The less you give, the more they reveal, and once they reveal, you can decide how to play them. You've just scratched the surface. The mask is cracking. Now it's time to break their patterns. Are you ready to interrupt the script? Tactic 4. Interrupt their script. Some people are rehearsed, charming, polished, perfect. But perfect is a performance, and performance is a defense. They've practiced this role for years. They know how to win you, to disarm you. Machiavelli's rule. Break the script. Ask what they didn't expect. Interrupt the joke. Pause when they want momentum. Respond to flattery with silence. Watch how they stumble. That stumble is real, because the mask only works when you play along. So, don't. Their cracks are your entry point. Tactic 5. Test loyalty with small losses. Don't wait for betrayal. Engineer the moment. Take something small away. Say no. Withdraw attention. Ignore a message. Then watch. If they stay respectful, you found a rare one. If they criticize, complain, gossip, they were never loyal. They were leased, not bonded. Machiavelli understood this. Loyalty isn't proven in gain. It's exposed in denial. And the smallest no often reveals the loudest truth. Tactic 6. Track their focus. Not their words. Words lead. Focus doesn't. While they talk, watch where their eyes go. Do they scan the room for someone more powerful? They crave status. Do they ignore people with no leverage? They only respect advantage. Do they glance at their phone while you speak? You're just a placeholder. Do they copy your expressions? They're playing for your approval. Machiavelli never trusted language. He trusted attention, because where they place it is where their true loyalty lives. And where loyalty lives, so does manipulation. The moment you break their rhythm, they break character. And in that break, you don't just see them. You control what happens next. Are you watching or still listening to the script? Tactic 7. Fake a flaw. Watch their reaction. You want to see who they really are. Lie to them, not with malice. With strategy, invent a small weakness. I overthink sometimes. I'm too trusting. I avoid conflict. Now, wait. Do they use it against you later? They're opportunistic. Do they ignore it? They're calculating. Do they reveal a weakness of their own? They crave connection. Machiavelli didn't share truth. He baited it. Create fake wounds. See who brings salt. Tactic 8. Make them wait. Entitled people hate waiting. Why? Because waiting threatens their illusion of importance. Respond late. Bevoge. Delay gratification. Then observe. Do they panic? Do they guilt trip you? Do they turn passive-aggressive? If so, they're weak beneath the posture. Machiavelli delayed on purpose, because time exposes temperament. And those who can't handle delay can't handle power. If they lose composure when they lose control, they were never composed to begin with. Tactic 9. Watch who they copy. Everyone imitates. Style, tone, attitude, and who they imitate is who they secretly want to be. If they mimic the powerful, they want control. If they mimic the popular, they crave validation. If they mimic the good, they're hiding something dark. You don't need to ask what they want. Just decode their idol. Who they echo is who they chase. And once you know that, you can either become their god or destroy their reflection. The beast isn't buried deep. It's just been trained to hide. You're not here to judge it. You're here to trigger it. Because when instinct returns, strategy begins. Tactic 10. Trigger envy. Watch the flicker. Say something small. A win. A compliment. A recent success. Then, shut up. And watch. Does their smile tighten? Do they redirect the topic? Do they suddenly downplay your achievement? That's envy. It won't scream. It flickers. A twitch. A pause. A second of silence too long. Machiavelli knew. Envy doesn't talk. It prepares. And envy always precedes betrayal. Spot it once, and you know who to never turn your back on again. Tactic 11. Ask what they hate. Forget what they admire. It's easy to fake love. Ask instead, what kind of people do you despise? What behavior disgusts you most? Their answer, almost never about others. It's about themselves. The man who hates arrogance is secretly craving recognition. The woman who despises dishonesty is hiding something from everyone. People hate in others what they fear in themselves. Judgment is not opinion. It's confession. You don't need therapy. You need to listen when they rant. Tactic 12. Watch when their eyes break. The eyes are honest. Even when the mouth isn't. Mention status. Mention shame. Mention failure. Then watch. Do they blink fast? Look down. Glance to the side. That's a hit. You found the wound. Machiavelli didn't believe in soul reading. He believed in trigger points. What breaks the eye exposes the fear. And once you know what scares them, you can make them run or make them kneel. You don't need to attack people to control them. You just need to know where they already feel weak. And once you find that weakness, you own the outcome. Tactic 13. Mirror them. Subtly. Then watch them break. Most people live as performances. Even when they smile. Even when they open up. It's all rehearsed. So don't confront it. Reflect it. Match their tone. Match their posture. Match their energy. But just enough. Never overdo it. Then, pause. They'll feel it. The uncomfortable recognition. The echo of themselves. And now watch. Do they pull back? Do they double down? Do they change tones mid-sentence? That shift. That panic. That resistance. That's who they really are. People can lie to your face, but they can't lie to their own reflection. And when you become that mirror, they'll start glitching, because their mask was made to fool you, not to see itself. Tactic 14. Disarm with respect. Then strike. Everyone comes armed. With excuses. With filters. With ego. So what do? You praise them. Yes. You feed their mask. Stroke the ego. Make them feel seen. You clearly think deeply. You seem incredibly composed. You have strong instincts. Then, you twist the blade. Where did that fear of being wrong come from? When did you learn to fake confidence so well? How do you know when someone's reading you back? They won't see it coming. Why? Because they were busy, enjoying admiration. And that's the trap. Respect lowers their guard. Precision rips off their skin. Machiavelli never asked questions to learn. He asked to dominate. And the best answers come from the mouths of people who thought they were winning the game. You don't need to scream. You don't need to push. Just reflect. Just praise. Just cut deep. Their mind will do the rest. Tactic 15. Say no. Then watch what stays. Everyone looks loyal until you take something away. A favor. A compliment. A small yes. Now deny it. Then step back. Watch. Do they stay composed? They're dangerous. In the right way. Do they sulk? Attack. Ghost you. Now you've seen the child inside the costume. Machiavelli didn't care how people acted in victory. He watched how they handled loss. Because rejection doesn't build character. It reveals it. Say no. Not to provoke. To categorize. Because when the mask drops, you can start labeling. And once you label someone correctly, you don't have to fear them. You just have to manage them. Tactic 16. Detect their target audience. Nobody talks for no reason. Every sentence is a performance. For someone. So ask yourself, who are they really talking to? You. Then they want something from you. They're imaginary critics. Then they're insecure. The group. They're chasing approval. Someone not in the room. They're sending signals. The one who speaks loudly about morality may be begging for validation. The one who jokes constantly may be performing to escape silence. Machiavelli's truth. People don't express themselves. They position themselves. They're not being honest. They're being strategic. Once you spot the invisible audience, you'll know who truly owns their loyalty. And it might not be you. Tactic 17. Feed their identity. Then rewire it. Most people don't know who they are. They just repeat what they were taught to be. So let them talk. Let them define themselves. I'm a straight shooter. I don't tolerate drama. I always stay loyal. Now smile. And take note. You've just been handed their blueprint. Machiavelli's genius wasn't in arguing. It was in agreeing. Strategically. Use their script to guide them. You're someone who values loyalty. That's why I trust you'll handle this silently. You hate inefficiency, so I know you'll back this plan without hesitation. You're not persuading. You're confirming. You're not leading. You're reflecting what they already believe and bending it to fit your goal. People don't resist what reinforces their ego. They call it integrity. And that's why it works. Tactic 18. Let them win first. Then, own the ending. Machiavelli never fought egos head-on. He massaged them. Let them speak first. Let them suggest the obvious. Let them think it was their idea. Then, you shape the outcome. Silently, you let them win a battle, while you redirect the entire war. Why? Because people protect what they think they created, defend what they believe they own, and stay loyal to the things they think came from them. Let them shine in public. You pull the strings in private, give them the illusion of leadership, while you script the ending. That's not kindness. That's control. Machiavelli never cared about applause. He cared about outcome. You don't just read people anymore. You write them. Line by line. Scene by scene. But remember, if they ever realize it was your play all along, the game is over. The final part is not about tactics. It's about power, and how to use it without ever being seen. Ready for the last move. You now have the tools. But tools mean nothing if you don't know when to strike. This wasn't a lesson in empathy. It was a manual for domination. You've seen their masks, heard their fractures, watched them glitch in silence. You've learned to mirror their fear, trigger their envy, steer their identity. And now, you must choose. Do you use what you've seen to protect yourself? To dismantle threats? To lead without force? Or do you use it to destroy? To conquer? To turn their instincts against them before they even know you were there? Machiavelli had no illusions. He didn't preach kindness. He studied leverage. He knew control is never about volume. It's about invisibility. The most dangerous person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who's already mapped everyone else's weakness and said nothing. So ask yourself, right now, when someone lies to you, flirts with you, tries to manipulate you, will you fall for the performance? Or will you see the code underneath it? Because if you do, you don't have to react. You don't even have to speak. You just tilt the board and watch the pieces fall exactly where you wanted. This is how kings are made. Not with swords, but with silence, with insight, with timing. This is your final tactic. Be the one they can't read, while reading everyone else. And now I ask you, have you ever used one of these tactics? Intentionally or not? Which one exposed someone's truth before they even knew it was leaking? Drop it in the comments. Let them guess if it was about them. And if you want more darkness, more clarity, more silent power, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, then disappear. Like all great players do.